Boy, I was sweating like Michael Vick at a PETA fundraiser. Come on. Come on.
So cliche, I see the sparks you throw my way. I know your name is written on everyone's mind.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the homestead. Welcome back. Well, it's Friday, so it's time for another Fired Up Friday. Come on. Well, it's just me tonight, guys. My son's actually not here tonight. I actually went over to his house last night and had lasagna and garlic bread with the family. Good time. Enjoyed hanging out with the kids and eating some good lasagna. Can't go wrong with some good lasagna. Come on. So tonight I decided I would keep it pretty basic. So we're going to do a T-bone. I actually got these T-bones from one of those trucks on the side of the road. Probably won't do that no more. I actually bought a big box of different types of steaks. T-bones, ribeyes, sirloins, all that. They looked a lot better frozen than what they are defrosted. It ain't even really a half-inch thick. It's a pretty thin steak. So instead of just cooking it and eating it as a steak, I decided I would do a steak-loaded baked potato. You see the size of that tater? Come on with it. This is going to be pretty good. But it's pretty easy. It's pretty late in the day, so I don't have a lot of time. So this will be a pretty easy recipe for me to do and allow me to get a couple of things done while it's cooking. I'm also going to do Brussels sprouts again like we did last weekend, but I'm not going to wrap them in bacon this time. I'm just going to cut them in half, probably put some olive oil on them with a little salt and pepper and a little bit of this Everglazed seasoning and char them there on the grill and cook them that way. I need to go ahead and get them cooked so they don't go bad, so that's why we're having them again tonight on this Fired Up Friday. But let's go ahead and get this potato on the grill because it's going to take about an hour at about 350. What I'm going to do is put a little butter in here, a little salt and pepper with a little Everglazed seasoning. The key tonight is going to be the Everglazed seasoning. We're going to put it on everything. Come on with the Everglazed seasoning. You know, it is from Florida and I'm here in Florida, so you know, let's go on and support the local steak with the Everglazed seasoning. I actually put this stuff on all kinds of stuff. I love this stuff. But we're going to just put a couple of slices here in the potato just to make it cook a little faster and to get that butter and those spices down in there a little bit. And we're actually going to put it at the bottom of the grill in the coals. We'll probably cook it for about an hour with the temperature at about 350. That should be enough to cook the potato completely and also maybe even put a little char on the bottom, which I kind of like. But all we're going to do is wrap it in tin foil, put the salt, pepper, and the Everglazed seasoning in it, throw it in the coals, get that going, and then we'll go ahead and prepare the rest of the stuff. It's going to take a lot longer to cook than the Brussels sprouts and the steaks. The steak's only going to take a couple of minutes. I like my steaks medium, so we'll have the grill at about 350 with the cast iron grates on there. We'll sear that, get a little char on it, and cook it just for a couple of minutes until the center is right there pink, and we'll pull it. Same with the Brussels sprouts. The Brussels sprouts shouldn't take too long. I'm thinking 15-20 minutes at the max. We're not going to put those directly over the fire. We're just going to kind of kick those off to the side a little bit and let them cook a little bit and then get a char on them. All right, let's get this potato wrapped up and on the grill, and we'll go ahead and prepare the rest of this. Come on. A little salt. Can't go wrong with the pepper. Come on. Let's go with a little bit of the Everglazed. That's it. Wrap it. Remember that old info commercial? Set it and forget it. Come on. That's what we're going to do. We're going to set it and forget it. All right, let's get this potato on the grill, and that way we can get the rest of this going. All we're going to do is flip this grate to the side. See those coals down there nice and hot? We're going to take the potato and where we wrapped it up and it's the thickest, we're going to set that right down on the coals. And that's it. Set it and forget it. Alright, now that we got the potatoes on the grill going, let's go ahead and get the Brussels sprouts ready. I like to use this tray right here that I got. It's actually a real cool tray, especially with smaller vegetables on the grill. It keeps them from falling through the grate, but allows it to get plenty of smoke and plenty of char. Works out pretty good. If you don't have one, try to get one. Definitely makes grilling vegetables a whole lot easier. We're actually going to cheat a little bit today. We're just going to use some spray in the can olive oil instead of actually using the pour out kind. I like to cut my Brussels sprouts long ways, just like that. We're going to do a couple of those because we don't want them to go to waste. So how's your week been going? Here in Florida, it's been crazy. It's been raining and nasty all week. It was actually t-shirt weather most of the week. And then last night it got down into the low 40s, and it's supposed to get into the 30s tomorrow night. So good old Florida, 80 one day, 30 the next. Come on. You know, I actually did my first live this week on Tuesday. Some of y'all probably caught that. Man, we had a good time. It was fun. But I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. I was nervous before that live. I didn't really know how it was gonna go. Boy, I was sweating like Michael Vick at a PETA fundraiser. Come on. Come on. Yeah, it was crazy. But once it got going and we had a real good time, definitely be doing it again. I don't think I'm going to film any more of the Talk About It Tuesdays that I normally do. I think I'm just going to turn it into doing a live every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. I believe Ridge Life does his at 8 o'clock, so it shouldn't get in the way. Because I sure do enjoy Ridge Life's lives and don't want to miss that and don't want you guys to miss it either. Come on. Good times, though. That should be about enough for me. Not going to do a ton of it. All we're going to do, spray a little olive oil on it, move it around a little bit. Put a little of that pink Himalayan salt on there. Some of that good peppercorn. Keeping the spices simple. And get a little bit of Everglades on there. Mix it up. Make sure it gets all over there. We put that on the grill, char it up. It's going to be good. Now, I don't know if it's going to be as good as it was with the bacon wrapped around it, but it'll definitely be healthier. There ain't no doubt about that. There you go. And while we're at it, we might as well go ahead and season the steak because we're seasoning basically everything the same way. We're not going so far outside the box, which is kind of strange for Fired Up Friday and here on the homestead because I like to push the envelope a little bit. Come on. But not today. We're going to keep it basic. It's been a long week and I'm tired and still got a lot to do. Now on that live that we did on Tuesday, I asked you guys what y'all wanted me to actually cook next because I didn't have the Fired Up Friday planned yet. And a lot of people said pulled pork. And I wanted to do pulled pork. The problem with pulled pork is it takes a long time to cook. That's really like an all-day cook. So what I'm going to do is this weekend I'm actually going to do a pulled pork chili. That way I can have the whole day to smoke the pork butt and also to make the chili. Everybody knows, or the slower and longer that you make chili, the better chili is. So I'm actually going to make that this weekend and film it, and that'll be our next Fired Up Friday for next week. Come on now, I'm excited about that. And it just so happens to work out that the weather's supposed to be cooler this weekend too, so it'll actually work out a lot better for chili here in Florida. Just going to put a little more pepper on that thing, a little more salt. But I want to thank all the new subscribers that came to the channel this week. Glad to have y'all. Glad to have y'all. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the homestead. But I really enjoy getting new subscribers. For all you new subscribers, make sure you leave a comment and say hi in there. That way I can respond and tell you thank you for subbing. I sure do love interacting with you guys. That right there makes this YouTube thing fun. We're just going to set that there and let it marinate for a little while we're waiting on that potato to get done. I'll cut back in here in a minute when I put it in the grill and kind of let you know what temperature we're at and how long we're going to cook it. And then we'll get this potato made and give it a try. Come on. Guys, let's check on this and see what we're looking like. It should be about time to put the steak on. It's been about 20 minutes on the Brussels sprouts. Oh yeah, Brussels sprouts are just about done. See that char working on there? Oh yeah. I'm going to slide these off to the side and get that steak on there. Won't be long. Alright guys, it looks like the steak's done. Just let's go ahead and get it off the grill. It's real thin. It cooked pretty fast. It only took about 10 minutes. We'll go ahead and get the Brussels sprouts off. And then we'll move that grate and we'll get that potato out of there. Hopefully it's not too dry, being I forgot the butter. Got my weld glove on. Just flip that up to the side right there. And reach down and grab it. Yeah, it feels a little dry. I think that potato might be a little dry. But we'll see if we can salvage it. Alright guys, the sun's starting to set. It's getting a little chilly out here in Florida. I definitely shouldn't have forgot to put the butter on the potato. It definitely dried it out quite a bit, but a little butter at the end of it will fix that. Not ideal. I'm not perfect. I do mess up sometimes. And I'm telling you, this time I messed up. But I think we can salvage it. So we'll go ahead and put some butter on it. See, soften it up. The inside's somewhat soft. It's just real dry. Not having that butter in the tin foil while it was cooking so low on the coals right there just dried the potato out quite a bit. But we'll put a little extra butter on it and it should soften it right back up. It did end up getting the char on the back of it though, like I wanted, because I like that char taste on the potato skin there. So we'll put that. We got plenty of salt and pepper already on it, so I'm not going to add that. What we're going to do is I got butter all over me. I'm going to keep this one pretty basic though. We're going to add some butter, some cheese. I'm actually going to put some honey roasted pecans on there, and also some cranberries with walnuts. A little four cheese blend Mexican cheese, and some sour cream and the steak. And that's all we're going to put on it. Should be pretty good. Let's go ahead and get this thing plated up. We'll give it a try and let you know what it tastes like. I'm actually going to use the tender side of the T-bone right here for this. I'm not going to eat this other side. I'm actually going to use that other side in the morning for some breakfast burritos. Some steak, egg, and cheese breakfast burritos with some jalapenos and onions. Come on with it. Can't go wrong with that. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing plated up. It is getting cold here in Florida. A little nippy. Little pecans. We're also going to use some purple onions on there. Little onions make everything better. Come on. Little cranberry and walnuts. There you go. A little cheese. Very nice, very nice. We are getting there. Alright. Let's go ahead and slice that steak up. That steak is tender. Oh yeah. Don't use the fingers. It's a good meal. It took about an hour. The potato is what took so long. Honestly, the rest of this, you could cook the potato in the microwave and only take about 10 minutes, but I hardly ever use a microwave. I really don't like microwaves. You could honestly do this meal in about 15 minutes if you wanted to. There you go. Got the steak on it. Let's put a little sour cream on it. There you go. And that's it. She's made. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Alright, let's see what it tastes like. Looks good. Potato softened up a little bit. I was able to salvage it from not putting the butter in there. Come on. Hey, you can't beat that for a quick meal. Tastes pretty good. I love a loaded baked potato. Put anything on it. Chicken, pork, steak, hamburger meat, whatever you want. Alright, let's try these Brussels sprouts. Oh yeah, they got some good flavor. That char really helps those Brussels sprouts. I'm not a huge Brussels sprout fan, but if you cook them right, they can be real good. Yeah, that turned out pretty good. It's definitely not my most creative cook that I've done on this channel so far. But when you're running out of time and it's getting late in the evening and you're home from work, it's a nice, good, quick meal. And you can't go wrong with a T-bone and potatoes and Brussels sprouts. Come on. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, guys. It's cold out here. This food's going to get cold real quick. And it's always better whenever it's hot. But I appreciate all the new subscribers and all the subscribers that's been with me from the beginning. Make sure that you share this video and hit the like button. And make sure that you got the notification bell smashed. And until we see each other again, come on, let's go homesteading.